Today on Geeks of the Movies, we're wearing hats. Hola Geek fans, it's 4:30, it's Friday, and we're shooting at the luxurious Goodrich Studios International, and this is Geeks at the Movies. My name is Shane Goodrich, I'll be your host this evening, and joining me, as always, is our illustrious lead writer, the Mr. Jacob Desitels.
What's going on, guys?
You know the deal by now, this is movie and TV talk from our perspective, the geek perspective. So let's get right to it. We got really not that much great news, but we got some stuff. It's January, it's kind of slow. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to start off with item number one. The second official trailer for Fox's upcoming Deadpool has hit the web. There was a red band trailer, that's a rated R trailer, and then there was the green band trailer. Jacob, what did you think?
I really liked both the trailers, actually, but I watched the red band trailer first because that one was going to have all the great stuff in it. Had all the swears, violence, everything I want to see from this movie.
Right.
And it was an awesome trailer. I loved it. It had everything that I wanted to see. I hope is going to be in the movie itself. It has Deadpool being Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds is a perfect fit. And I just love how this trailer opens with him climbing into the front of the taxi seat. And then the guy asks him his name. He's like, Pool, dead. Yeah. So great humor. I'm really looking forward to this movie.
I really liked the trailer as well. I thought this trailer showed us the scope of the movie.
Yes.
Because we talked about this earlier. This is not the $200 million Batman v Superman. This is not Age of Ultron. They don't have that budget. It's a $90 million budget. And you can see it's a smaller scope. Deadpool has his team with him. He's got Colossus. And then he has, what's the other one?
Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Right, and then he has that person with them. And it's like that little group is against the other group of people, which includes Gina Carano. Carano is, I don't know, some mutant. Who's she, do you know?
In the comics, she's copycat. She's basically Mystique, except she can steal people's powers too. But it doesn't look like she has her powers yet in the movie. Maybe she'll get them later, or she has them and she's just not showing them. So
it looked to me like she was just strong.
Yeah.
Like she just because at one point didn't she punch Colossus?
Oh, you're talking about that character.
Yeah. Gina Carano. Yeah, she's the MMA fighter.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about the person who plays his Ryan Reynolds' love interest in the movie.
Okay.
That is. I'm not sure who Gina Carano is.
Okay.
I'm not sure what her.
She's an MMA fighter, but she was in that scene where he's like, "Oh, I brought Colossus on to take care of you," and then she hits Colossus, and then so the other one has to come in, right? Do you know anything about her character? That character, the tough girl.
I think I think they changed her powers a little bit. Like, I think she had like super strength in the comics, but apparently now she has like some kind of weird, I don't know, she can like rush at people and she has this weird energy field around her and just hits them. So I'm really looking forward to seeing Negasonic Teenage Warhead actually, because they released this picture of her wearing what looks like a New Mutants costume, which is a comic book series, like an offshoot from X-Men. So maybe they're leading up to a New Mutants film. That'd be really interesting to see after they conclude this other trilogy of X-Men films that they're working on. So I really like to see that. And do you think Hugh Jackman's going to have a cameo in this movie?
I'm leaning towards yes. I don't know if it's going to be within the movie itself. I'm thinking maybe it's going to be a post-credit scene.
Yeah.
Because he's so popular, right? And they're going to throw the money at him. They're like, here's a few million, just show up. You know
what I think would be really cool? If they did a bloopers reel that weren't actually bloopers. It was just like Deadpool talking to the camera. and then Hugh Jackman just shows up as Wolverine, and he's like, get out of my movie, man. That'd be really funny, I think.
Yeah, they actually should. They shouldn't just do a regular. They should make it a thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, hey, look, he's doing his cameo now, right? Just like we talked about how they showed what's the Marvel creator? Stan Lee. Yeah. Stan Lee. He's in the poster for Deadpool. He's in the corner of the poster. Like, I want him to be in the movie, which he probably will be. Like, he is in most Marvel films.
Yeah.
And then Deadpool will go, oh look, it's Stan Lee.
Yeah. I want him and Deadpool's creator Rob Liefeld to be both in the movie and have Deadpool recognize both of them.
Yeah, definitely. Jacob, is this trailer made you more excited, less excited, or are you about the same?
I'm more excited now, and I didn't think I could be more excited. I'm so astonished that we're actually getting this movie. Like, after like all the shit that was going on, where they're like, I don't know, man. Then the whole rating issue, but Ryan Reynolds pushed for this film. It's actually coming out, and it looks like an actual Deadpool movie.
I can't believe Ryan Reynolds actually managed to convince some executives, because he he's been in 2 like superhero. I guess the Wolverine movie wasn't a flop financially, but it wasn't well received.
No.
And his characterization of Deadpool, which wasn't his fault, wasn't well received because they shut him up. They sewed his mouth shut in that stupid Wolverine movie. It made no sense. And then he was also in the Green Lantern film, and that was just a bomb.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, this is your 3rd time, and they're actually making a movie. He's the star of the show. That I'm really surprised this is happening. I'm really excited it's happening. Stay tuned. Geeks the Movie is going to review Deadpool. We're going to tell you our thoughts. But now let's move on to another Marvel character, Doctor Strange. The first images of Benedict Cumberbatch as the Marvel character Doctor Strange have been released. Jacob, is this Doctor Strange?
I definitely think he looks like him. I really like the images. I think Benedict Cumberbatch will do a good job in the role, even though we haven't seen any of his acting yet. But he's a really good actor, and I think he'll fit the role well. Definitely looks like it, and I love that one picture where he's just doing this and has lightning. I think this movie's definitely gonna have some weird mind-bending like trips going on, and these images allude to that. And they had really some concept art too. That apparently, I think it was Comic-Con where they put this trailer together for the Doctor Strange movie that was all concept art. I want to see that trailer because these images look really interesting, and they allude to the whole thing that he's going to go into different dimensions, possibly into people's minds. I'm really excited.
Jacob, I don't know anything about Doctor Strange, but I know Benedict Cumberbatch. I've seen him in a lot of things I like. He's in a lot of English historical dramas. Yes. He's in that show Sherlock.
Yeah, I love Sherlock.
You know, I've seen him in a number of roles, and he's really, really... He was in 12 Years a Slave. Yeah. He's really good. They also have Chiwetel Ejiofor, also in 12 Years a Slave. And Chiwetel Ejiofor is also really good. So just those 2 characters... Oh, and they have, who's the other one? Tilda
Swinton, and they have Rachel McAdams, too.
Oh, the cast is crazy! Yeah. The cast is awesome. It's all these top-notch actors, and it's a Marvel film. I love the Marvel Universe. The MCU is so awesome. The film universe is amazing. So, even though I don't know anything about Doctor Strange, I don't think I've ever, maybe some of the comic books you gave me, he was like a minor character in them.
Yeah.
But I don't recall him or have any attachment to the character, but I have attachment to the Marvel name.
Yeah.
They've given me what I've wanted time and time again, so maybe I should keep my expectations low, but they keep delivering. So my expectations are pretty high.
Yeah. The only real background information that I have on Doctor Strange is he was in some of the random issues I picked up from flea markets as a kid and stuff. So and he had the really huge collar on it. It was ridiculous. They got rid of that at least, but then he was in this really good animated film that they made. It was a whole origin story. He didn't actually become Doctor Strange till the very end, which was kind of disappointing, but it was a really good origin story for him. And it looks like they're going to follow along suit with his classic origin story in this too, because he's a brain surgeon who gets his hands broken. Then he travels to I think Tibet. Then he learns how to use magic not only to heal his hands but to become the Sorcerer Supreme.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And they're changing that up, the Tibetan, because in the comics it's the stereotypical Asian, wise man, and that's not going to be the case now because it's being played by
Tilda Swinton and a woman, and in the comics it's a man, but Kim Feige say that it doesn't matter the gender of the Ancient One. That doesn't matter. So, and the actor, she actually has experience with playing other genders in movies. So I think it's going to be up in the air. What?
Yeah, she actually played in this movie where she's she travels through out time and she goes back and forth switching genders. Orlando or something.
I've never seen it, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, she's really good. So. She'll work as an androgynous character, which maybe that's what they're going to set her up. Maybe kind of that kind of look. I think it'll be great.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Doctor Strange, and like we said, the cast is amazing. So, what could go wrong? What
can go wrong? If something does go wrong, we'll let you know at Geeks the Movies. But now let's move on to item number 3. Not long ago, actor Mark Wahlberg confirmed that he would be returning for Transformers 5. Now, director Michael Bay has also confirmed that he will be back to helm the movie and claims that this will be his last installment of the Transformers series until the studio gives him even more money to come back for a 6th installment.
Yeah, I'm going to believe him for now, but as soon as one of these spin-off movies bomb, they're getting Michael Bay back to direct another Transformers movie.
More explosions needed!
Yeah, because I I knew this was gonna happen. I'm obviously not excited for him to come back because the last 3 movies have been just god awful, especially the 4th one, which we both watched and we both did our reactions to it for the first time seeing it. They weren't good reactions, but we said in those videos that he did his job.
Right.
He directed the Transformers movies that people said they wanted to see with their money.
Right, exactly. They showed that they wanted to see that. Michael Bay 4 times in a row has had big success with these movies. People are like, oh man, these are so bad. I saw the 4th movie, and the movie, it is kind of terrible. But at the same time, like, I see like how people will like it a lot.
Yeah.
Like I actually thought like the special effects and the visual design were really well done. I was actually really impressed. The people that had to do that aspect of the movie, they should win awards. Like the movie looks great, and if you don't really think about what's happening for any like, you just watch randomly 10 minutes of the movie, just randomly watch 10 minutes here anywhere, you'll go, this is kind of good.
Yeah.
This is kind of good. Then as soon as you watch more than 10 minutes of the movie, you go, wait a second, wait, what? And it just starts contradicting itself. It just starts throwing in random plot holes that don't make any sense. And then it just starts having like repeating itself. And you don't know who the main villain is. There's like 3 main villains. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And the whole movie doesn't really make any sense. But you don't care because you're just in the moment for like giant robot action, and it gives you that.
Yeah.
Unlike some other movies, like Godzilla, for example, which really pissed me off. I really was bothered by Godzilla because you didn't get Godzilla. You got it in like the last like 10 minutes of the movie. That's it.
Yeah.
This movie, if you want to see Transformers fighting each other and explosions, they give you it.
Yeah.
I want more than that from a movie, but I see how there's an audience that goes, you know what? I don't care. I'm just going to the movies. I don't really care. I don't want to think about this. And he gives you that.
Yeah, it absolutely does. And I actually liked where they were going at the end of the 4th one, where Optimus Prime just flies, just nonsensically, just like, yeah, I can fly, by the way, and goes into space, fly back to his home planet.
It's so bizarre.
Yes.
At no point in the movie, by the way, does he fly.
Yeah.
He falls actually numerous times off like high buildings and stuff. But at the end, but suddenly, oh, hey, I can fly.
Yeah.
Into space.
Yeah. So, but I liked how he was going back to his home planet. I was actually excited for the whole movie to actually be on like Optimus Prime going back to that planet. But the fact that Mark Wahlberg is returning says it's probably going to most likely like 90% take place on Earth. I don't like the humans in any of these movies. Not even Shia LaBeouf in the first movie. Megan Fox either. I remember when I saw the first movie in theaters, I was probably like 13. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And I watched it again, and I still liked it, but I had problems with like, especially how over-sexualized Megan Fox was. Like, Michael Bay has some problems, I think. But yeah, the first movie was good, but I didn't care about any of the character drama. I just wanted to see the Transformers. Then he ramped that up a little bit in the other 3 movies, but he still had these awful characters that were just devices to bring the Transformers
You didn't
back.
think Mark Wahlberg was better though as a lead than some of the
Yes, he was better than Shia LaBeouf. I will say that. I do like Shia LaBeouf as an actor, but just the way he was used in those movies, it didn't work.
But I agree with you though. I don't want the humans in here. I don't understand when they throw humans in these movies. Like take Jurassic World. I had a lot of problems with the movie. It was really popular, but it really bothered me, and I really wish they just cut back on the humans.
Yeah.
They just annoyed me. I just wish there was more dinosaurs. That's what you're here for. And seeing a movie like Transformers: Age of Extinction, it makes me go, look. That's what people are there for. Because the movie's so mindless and the plots are so irrelevant. It's like they just want to see those robots smashing it. That's all they care about. Why even waste your time with the human drama? Who cares about Mark Wahlberg's daughter? That was just painful. She was just painful throughout the entire movie. She was so worthless and useless. Every scene she was in, I'm like, oh God, why is she even here?
And I hate that actress. She's in this show, Bates Motel. I hate her in that show too. But yeah, you're right. I don't care about any of this stuff. But like they actually try to make it interesting. But at least they're trying, but it doesn't mix well. Like just like go with what works, which is giant robots fighting other giant robots.
They did the same thing. Here's another movie I'm going to bitch about. Alien vs. Predator. I was pumped for that movie. I was like, sweet, it's going to be awesome. Oh God, it was terrible.
You know what? The first Alien vs. Predator is actually a guilty pleasure of mine. I just like it. And then the second one was just like I wanted to throw up after watching it. But I'm gonna we're gonna look forward to the trailer for Transformers Classic because you know that's gonna be awesome. They know how to market these movies, so we're gonna watch the trailer, be like, you know what, this might be the good one, and then it's gonna suck. So we'll stick around for that.
Alrighty then, let's move on to idea number 4. 2 new teasers for the second halves of the current seasons of CW series Flash and Arrow have hit the web. Jacob, what did you think? Let's start with Flash.
Okay, well, they're both pretty bad. These because you know they're just these little like TV spots to get you you know like a little bit more excited for the second half of the season.
And they get me a little less excited.
Yeah, 'cause they don't show anything really. They just show you know random scenes that are out of context.
Yeah, exactly.
But I am really excited for season 2 or the second half of season 2 of The Flash. Me and Joey do a whole review every episode of this season. So we're gonna start that up on January 19th when it comes back, and I am excited, but like I said, this didn't do anything for me. We got to see Killer Frost at least, because you know, in the comics, is possible spoilers for the comics and the TV show. Caitlin, she turns into a villain called Killer Frost in the comics. I think it's actually going to be her Earth 2 self, and then she's going to come in and be another villain for Flash to fight. But they also confirmed that, this is no surprise at all, Ronnie's coming back.
What? Wait. But he died, Jacob.
I know.
Jacob, he died.
Same as Sarah like 3 times in Arrow. But he's coming back, and apparently he's going to be, I can't remember what it's called. It's like Dark Fire or something. He's like the evil version of Firestorm now. Like, it's going to be his Earth 2 self, I think. We'll see how that goes. But moving on to Arrow, which I'm not excited for, even before I saw this, didn't do anything for me. We just see more scenes of people fighting, doing the flips and everything.
Oh, God, the choreography for Arrow is so embarrassing.
What do you think about the Arrow trailer?
My expectations are already low. I shit on the show constantly, because it's just, to me, it's a mess. It's a mess of a show. But there's a scene in the trailer where they have Damien Dark, who's like the big bad, and he's fighting it out in like martial arts with Green Arrow, and I'm like, what is this? What is this? It's like, come on, let's duke it out.
Everything before this, he was always using his powers.
Oh, he's using his powers.
Let's fight now.
Yeah, come on now, let's do this. We're man to man.
I don't know. I actually liked that one scene in I think it was the mid-season finale for Arrow where Merlin dressed up like Ollie, the Green Arrow, and he fought Damien Dark, and then he used the whole arrow thing, the explosive arrow trick, and Damien Dark was like, I don't think you've learned anything since our last fight. He's like, I learned something because Ollie did that to him when he was the evil arrow, the dark arrow, whatever he was called in the first season. So that was a good callback to the scene that actually good. So I don't think they're heading in the right direction though. No. I think they're
that whole scene didn't make any sense because he's the head of the League of Assassins.
Yeah, you're right.
But I can't use any of those guys.
Yeah,
I can't use my own secret organization against yours.
Yeah. For people that don't know anything we're talking about, as you can probably tell, this show doesn't make any sense.
No, it's a mess.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to continue to be a mess. And we had such high hopes for season 3 and season 4 because we wanted them to be better.
I didn't have hopes for season 4. I had hopes for season 3.
I had hopes. I wanted season 4 to be better.
Yeah, you wanted it to be good. I just knew it was going to be bad. I couldn't see them coming back because there's too much going on. Yeah. Like when I talk about the secret organizations, they have multiple different secret organizations, and it's difficult to follow them all. They have military organizations. They have the League of Assassins. They have the Damien Dark people. They have those Mira Crusoe. They have so many different groups. It's like, wait, what? I can't. And then they have enhanced people. They have superpowered people. They have magical people. Yeah. It's like, what?
I know. and the thing is, they leave, like, after they defeat one of these organizations, they like leave it open for them to come back, which is usually a good thing, but they have so many different people that are all, like, really similar. If they do bring them back, we'll be like, wait, who's that again?
Exactly, that's the problem. It's really annoying. Like, I complain on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. about Hydra, and I think how stupid they are, but, you know, at the very least, it's the same organization over and over again. Yeah. I think it's dumb, but it's not like the exact same organization with a different name and like 4 different ones. Like, wait, I can't follow all this. Yeah. Right? You can at least follow it. I can give them that.
Yeah.
Here, I actually have a hard time following what's happening sometimes.
Yeah, it's just really bad television. It's really unfortunate that it was such a good show at first, and they just like went completely downhill. I think it was probably because the creator was like, I want to do Flash now, and then I want to do Supergirl now. So like, I'll take my B team and have them write Arrow and direct. So,
I think that's very likely what happened. I remember when Seth MacFarlane, he's the creator of Family Guy, and I really liked Family Guy, and then he created American Dad, and then he went and created the Cleveland Show. The problem is all three shows had similar humor, so he became spread out, and it was obviously a hurt Family Guy. I'm like, why did you do this? Now eventually, American Dad got taken over by the other creators, and actually kind of went off in its own direction.
And then the Cleveland Show got
canceled, right? But that whole experiment, it stretched you out too thin.
Yeah.
And the same thing's happening here, I think. He's making these other shows, which is cool, but then he doesn't have time to pay attention to all the shows.
Yeah. And then also he's not a good actor, like we saw in A Million Days to Die in the West, but that's a whole nother video. But yeah, so we're gonna look forward to The Flash, and me and Joe are gonna do our review on the episode when it comes back, January 19th. We're looking forward to that. We're not gonna be looking forward to Wednesdays at 8 for Arrow.
We're gonna watch it anyway.
Yeah, we're gonna watch it anyways, and just hope to God that it gets better.
Oh man. On to item number 5. In a recent interview, director James Cameron stated that he is aiming for the first of the Avatar sequels to be released in Christmas 2017. And then and all 3 sequels will be shot back to back, kind of like the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies. Yeah. It's going to officially be put into production supposedly this month, January 2016. Jacob, what do you think about the Avatar in these sequels? Is this too late? This is a big gap.
It is a very big gap, but it is a little bit too late. Like I thought, if they came out like last year or the year before, they would have done like really well. They're still going to do really good, but they could have done even better, I think, if they had just come out a few years before this. So the 2017 release date, so it's going to hurt a little bit, but they're not going up against Star Wars anymore because 2016 this year is going to be the last year for at least a while that a Star Wars movie is going to release on Christmas or in the Christmas weekend. So, and
that's going to be this year a spin-off movie, right?
Yes, it's going to be Rogue One, which I'm really looking forward to. It's going to take place before Episode 4. So
that's so crazy how there's a Star Wars movie coming out this year.
I know. We just got one.
Yeah.
But the Avatar sequels, I'm looking forward to them a little, just because James Cameron, he's sort of visionary when it comes to filmmaking. You know, he's going to do something like technologically, it's going to be like blow all our minds. We're going to be like, holy crap! Like just like 3D with the first one, we were like, oh my god, it's crazy 3D. Like, you brought it back, James Cameron. But
I mean, he's known for that. In Terminator 2, he had the CGI in the T-1000. People were like,
yes.
Whoa, that's crazy. In Titanic, he built a 9/10 scale model of the Titanic. You know, it's almost as big as the real Titanic.
Yeah.
He just goes so crazy with these movies. And he also spent a lot of money. T2 was one of the most expensive movies of all time when it was made. And then Titanic was the most expensive movie of all time. And then Avatar was also, I mean, he spent so much money. People were like, This can't work. It's just you invested so much in this. There's no way it can work, and then it works.
And then
he has very few like actual failures.
Yeah.
Like big budget failures. He has The Abyss, which it wasn't even a huge failure. It just didn't meet up to expectations. But I still think it made its money back. But mostly he has huge hits.
Yeah, and The Abyss was actually a pretty good film too. Mm-hmm. I liked it. But like you said, both Avatar and Titanic, at one time, they were the highest-grossing films of all time when they came out, and the Avatar sequels aren't going to do that just because it's been such a long gap, but they are going to make a lot of money, and I do believe him when he says that they're finally in production now because he's been pushing these things back for so long. He's like, we're just working on the script, man. We got to get the script right. We got to get all the actors together because shooting 3 films at once, that's a big thing. That's like probably like 9 months of just shooting. Like that's crazy. So you have to get all the actors' schedules just cleared completely, and it is a big task. And I do think he's going to actually do all 3 films back to back to back and release them 2017, 2018, 2019.
That's a point I didn't think about. The actors' schedules.
Yeah.
Actors are working throughout the year usually.
Yeah.
now you have one project you have to devote all this time to. Same like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You have all this time has to be devoted to it. It is hard to get all the people together, the good people that you actually want.
Yeah.
And these actors, some of these actors, they're scheduled 2, 3, 4 years in advance for a lot of films. So I see why it took so long to get this together. I liked Avatar. I thought it was cool. I didn't see it in theaters.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
So I didn't have that experience, but I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was cool. I look forward to the world building.
Yes.
I want to see what universe he creates. It'll be interesting to see. We're going to talk about it whenever they actually get released. But now let's move on to item number 6. New set photos and videos from the upcoming Warner Brothers film Wonder Woman have been leaked online, giving us a closer look at the World War I era set.
Yes. I like these little videos that they were interesting. Got to see the actual, like, it actually looks like it's World War One, and you get to see Chris Pine and Gal Gadot walking through the set. So it doesn't really give us a feel of the movie per se, but it gives like at least like what one scene of the movie looks like, and it looks pretty good.
I want to go on to one of these big budget movie sets because I saw that scene where they're walking through. I don't know, I'm not sure if it's London or something, and I'm like, wow, look, it's like they travel back in time, right? That's what it looks like to me. I mean, it's so accurate from, again, it's from a wide shot. I can't see the detail, but from a distance, like, my God, this looks like old photographs or old movies brought to life.
Yeah.
So I like the historical aspect. I liked the Captain America, the first movie, how it was in World War II.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool how they tied it together. So I like how they're doing this with World War I. I think it's gonna be the same kind of idea.
Yeah, and there were rumors going around that they didn't get confirmed or denied, but that it's going to be Wonder Woman on her island in up through scale like hundreds of years ago. Then it's going to be World War I. Then it's going to be the present day. So I think if that rumor is true, the large majority of the movie is going to be World War I. It's going to be like probably the whole like second and part of the third act. Probably that's what I'm guessing. So.
I want to see her on her island.
Yes, I do. I want to see that.
Is there like you have like Greek mythological creatures on it? Is that what's going to happen? Is she be fighting a minotaur?
Is she going to have her invisible jet? I do want to see that, and hopefully, if they're probably going to have her fighting mythological creatures during World War I. That's probably what the thing is going to be.
Really?
I know it's probably they do have to have her have one of her classic villains, and they're all like Greek characters. Okay. So, if the movie does take place mostly in World War I, that's all that really makes sense.
Right, because that's really how they draw from.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to Wonder Woman, but I have reservations because I don't know how Gal Gadot is going to be as an actress. So I need to see Batman v Superman first.
Yes.
Because we don't even know, is she good? Is she bad? Is she otherwise?
I'm really looking forward to Batman v Superman for the whole movie, but I'll also just to see how her acting is. Well, what if she doesn't even say like one line in the movie? And they're like, "You look good as Wonder Woman. We'll put you in this in this Batman v Superman movie." But I do think she's gonna have some acting at least, and
you have to. They're introducing the character.
Yeah, and they got a Wonder Woman underway already, as we see in they're shooting the movie. And I forgot to mention this during the CW trailers topic, but on January 19th, when Flash comes back on, they're going to have a brand new Suicide Squad trailer and a sneak peek at Wonder Woman.
Ooh.
Well, Wonder Woman is really far away. It's like it's like a year and a half away now. So it's like crazy time to see a sneak peek at the movie, but trying to get people excited not only for Wonder Woman but for Batman v Superman, because that's in March. That's only 3 months away. I'm so excited.
Ooh.
Yes. So we're definitely gonna talk about that when that happens. I think that'll be not next week, but 2 weeks from now. So we'll talk about that, and I'm just really looking forward to Wonder Woman. Even if she's not a good actress, it's probably gonna have some pretty good visuals, pretty good fight scenes.
I mean, Man of Steel. I found Henry Cavill's performance as Superman at times a little wooden.
Yeah, he's not the greatest actress, but that movie blew both our minds.
The movie is amazing, an amazing movie, and actually I thought he was really good as Clark Kent. Clark Kent. Yeah, I thought he was really good in Clark Kent. It's just when he was a superhero, he felt a little stiff. Yeah. And I'm wondering if Gal Gadot is going to feel a little stiff, but when she's playing like the because there's a scene that they show in one of the trailers where she's with Bruce Wayne, and she's dressed up, it's all sexy like. She probably could do that because she does that in her everyday life. You know what I mean? It's probably more like what she is. But then once she becomes Wonder Woman, that's a weird. It's just like becoming Superman. It's like that's kind of an awkward thing to do. It's hard to pull that off. But you don't need to do much once you get that point because you do most of the characterization out of costume. Yeah. And then you do the fight scenes in costume.
Unfortunately, I don't think we're gonna get any more Batman v Superman trailers because we've already gotten 3 now. We have. We got a teaser. The first full trailer, then the second full trailer. I think they count that first teaser as a full trailer because it pretty much is. It's like 2 minutes long. So, but
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we're just really looking forward to March 25th. I really hope it's just gonna, kick off the DC cinematic.
I hope so too. We're here at Geeks of the Movies. We're gonna review it. We're gonna tell you our thoughts. But now let's move on to we reached that part of the show that we like to call Geek Talk. This is where we talk about anything from the Geekverse. Jacob, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about our favorite films of 2015. So, what are you looking forward to? Or what did you look forward to in 2015? And what were your favorite films of the year?
I was looking forward to beforehand Age of Ultron, but I think I actually might like Ant-Man more.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I wasn't really looking forward to Ant-Man. I mean, I was generically because it was a Marvel film. Star Wars, I was looking forward to, and it really paid off big time. Were there any movies that you're looking forward to and then didn't turn out well? That you were disappointed with? You were psyched for, and then 2015 came and you're like, oh no, that wasn't that great.
Well, Age of Ultron, it was only a very minor disappointment, just in certain elements of the film, the whole Black Widow Hulk thing and that didn't make any sense. And then Ultron, he wasn't as menacing as I wanted him to be, but overall, I like the film. I would give it an 8 out of 10 probably now. I think I gave it a 9 out of 10 when it first came out, but reflecting on it now, a little bit lower, but.
They should have cut back on the Ultron humor a bit. Yes. Gotten rid of that bizarre Hulk romance storyline. And I know a lot of other people like this. I don't like it. I don't like the scenes with at the ranch. Yeah. With what's his name? Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I thought that was just kind of I don't care about Hawkeye. I don't like Hawkeye as a character. Yeah. And that to me was the biggest mistake in the movie. They killed off the running. What the hell is the running guy? Quicksilver. Why did they kill him off?
Probably because when they made that deal with X-Men, they'd be able to use X-Men characters you gotta kill off Quicksilver, man, because we're gonna use them in our movies. You gotta kill them off. But
it had no dramatic tension. I didn't care when he died. Yeah. I was okay, so what?
Yeah. But there were some other movies that I was definitely looking forward to that were huge disappointments. Fantastic Four. I was really looking forward to that.
Oh, man.
It was a huge bomb at the box office and just critically. And then another movie that I was very mildly looking forward to, and I thought it could be really good. Hitman, Agent 47. That was, oh my god, that movie. It was me, 2 of my friends, and probably 3 other people in the movie theater. Same with Fantastic Four too, and
I can't believe you actually went out and seeked out Fantastic Four.
Because I wanted to see what everyone was talking about. I was like, it can't be that bad, and then I saw the first third of the movie. I was like, it's not that bad. Oh my god, it's really that bad.
The end makes us. The Damien Dark Arrow fight it out. Yeah. That's how at the end with Dr. Doom. It's now let's fight it out.
I can blow up your head with my mind, but let's fight with our fists.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah. So there were some huge disappointments in 2015, and overall, probably the first 2/3 of 2015 were a large disappointment. But there were some really good. Some diamonds in the rough. So, we got Mad Max Fury Road.
Wow, that was I did not think that movie was going to be very good. I was who cares?
They kept pushing that movie off, and they kept doing reshoots over and over again, and then everyone was probably not going to be that good, man. All this bad news.
And I wasn't a fan of the I'd seen one of the originals when I was younger. And it was to be a little campy, maybe.
Yeah, especially the third one.
But this, it's an amazing action movie. Yeah. If you like action, it's an amazing action movie.
Yeah, it's definitely probably on my top 3 favorite films of the year. Another film, probably on my top 5, is Ant-Man. I really liked Ant-Man.
Great movie.
And then of course, my favorite film of the year, Star Wars: The Force Awakens. It definitely lived up to my expectations. Like a lot of people are saying, like, "Oh no, you're just Phantom Menacing it. It's not that good, man." No, I've seen it multiple times now, and I've had time to think it over. I went in trying to lower my expectations,
right.
and it definitely paid off. It was the film that I wanted, and yeah.
I agree completely. Is I also didn't want to do that Phantom Menacing thing. Now, I wasn't as big a fan as you, so I wasn't too worried about that.
Yeah.
But I really wanted it to be good because I knew that this, just like the prequels, they, even though they were bad, they still made a lot of money and they still generated all this coverage and people talking about them. And I didn't want to talk about stuff and focus on something I don't really like.
Yeah.
But I would have to, right? Because of the show that we're trying to put on here. So I was so thrilled when I saw the movie and I'm like, this is good. And I'm like, then I saw it again because you're right. I'm like, well, hold on. Well, yeah. Some people had some criticism. Like, it's kind of like the Death Star again. Yeah, this is a little weird. Yeah, okay, let's watch this again. Nope, the movie's great. It's a great movie. There are some points that are like a little like odd, like the Death Star thing. Yeah. The Star Killer base is kind of dumb, but it doesn't matter. That's like the MCU's villains.
Yes. A
lot of the MCU villains, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they're worthless.
Yeah,
they're like, who the hell is it? They don't do anything. They're just there as an obstacle to be overcome.
Yeah.
So to me, the Star Killer base and some of those other profile ones, like, they need to be there just so the story can move forward.
Yeah.
Right? Would it be nice if they did this or that? Sure, but nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
This delivered a Star Wars film.
Yeah, and I recently got a book called The Art of the Force Awakens. It has all the concept art that they were doing when they were in before pre-production of the film. And apparently the Star Killer base was one of the first things that they came up with. Like they were gonna have another super weapon, and then they're like, let's put it inside a planet. And then that's a good idea. So
I mean, it sounds like sure. It works. It does what it's supposed to do. It just it's an obstacle to be overcome. That's it. It's like at one point they blow up a bunch of planets. I don't care.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because the characters work. The characters are great. Unlike in the prequels where some of the characters are just so god awful.
Yes.
I mean, Anakin Skywalker, young kid or adult, it doesn't matter. He's just terrible. Jar Jar Binks. Why are you in this movie?
Yeah.
Natalie Portman, she's usually a really good actress. What the hell happened there?
She just got stained by the stink of the prequel.
Yeah, it's so bizarre. She's usually a good actress. Yeah. She's really awkward and at one point she has this weird accent. Let's not talk about the prequels. Yeah. This movie, the sequel, is great.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite movie of 2015, and I did have some criticism with it, but like you said, it didn't
distract from the experience.
Yes, yeah, it didn't taint the movie at all.
Right, exactly.
So, there are some other movies that I definitely want to see that came out in 2015 that I didn't get to see, like a lot of the Oscar bait movies, like Room. I've heard that's really good. Hateful Eight, I really want to see.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen Hateful Eight. I want to see Hateful Eight. Yeah, definitely.
Hateful Eight and The Revenant, I'm pretty sure are both out and wide release now, and I'm definitely going to go see them when I get the chance.
Oh, Revenant too. I definitely want to see The Revenant. That seems like a cool movie. Revenant, Hateful Eight, and probably some of the other Oscar bait films I do want to see.
Yeah,
if we see them, we'll review them.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing those, and there's a movie with Michael Keaton and I think. I can't remember what the name of it is. I think Mark Ruffalo's in it too. It's about the journalists that go out and seek out the story about it's about priests molesting children, and then they go out and find that story.
Interesting.
It's based on a true story, and apparently it's being people are saying it's going to win Best Picture at the Oscars. That's what I really want to see.
We got to see some of those films. Is there any other films that you wanted to talk about though that you liked?
Like I said, it's just for me at least, it was a really disappointing year for movies. We got some really good films, we got a lot of bad ones too. I didn't see it, but the new Terminator movie, you saw that, right?
I saw it. The movie, to me, Terminator reminded me of Jurassic World. I know Jurassic World, a lot of people liked. It hit a lot of those same beats. It did the same thing. Star Wars, Terminator, and Jurassic World all did the same thing. Star Wars is the only one that did it right.
Yeah.
They took the nostalgia, they took some of those beats in the original movie, and they redid them correctly. To me, Jurassic World did not do them correctly. I just found it kind of lame. Terminator, again, they redid some of the same stuff that you saw from the original Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, and most of the time it fell flat. And in the case of Terminator, though, it was, I think, the biggest problem in the movie was casting. Oh my God. Getting Khaleesi and the other from Game of Thrones, I can't remember the actress's name.
Yeah.
And that other wooden actor.
Jai Courtney.
Oh my God, they're terrible, this movie.
You get to see Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang in Suicide Squad.
Oh my. I mean, Jai Courtney is just generic bro, and he's flat and dull and boring. And Khaleesi, she's a good actress. In Game of Thrones, she's excellent. Problem is, this role is not for her. This role never should have. She never should have been cast.
Sarah Connor is supposed to be, a beefed up badass.
Right, like Linda Hamilton in T2. You see her, you're like with a gun. You're like,
Yeah.
Okay, have a nice day. Right. You see Khaleesi with a gun. You're like, oh, isn't that cute? She physically doesn't fit the role. She shouldn't have been cast. She's a small woman. Didn't make sense. One redeeming quality of that movie. And the whole. I'm not gonna give it away, but the whole John Connor storyline aspect, just bizarre and stupid. I was like, well, this is dumb. I'm not gonna give it away, but it's stupid. One thing that works is Arnold Schwarzenegger. He is fantastic in the role. The movie is not terrible. I'm not sure what rating I'd give it, but it's not a terrible movie, and it's only because of him. He's good. He's good as the T-100. Everyone else, or T-800, whatever it is, everyone else is bad. Jurassic World to me just felt too boring. It was just kind of boring.
I totally forgot about Jurassic World, and
I was so frustrated. We saw that in the theater near opening night or something, right?
That was another movie I was really excited for.
I was pumped.
And I saw it, and I still give it a positive score, but overall it was a disappointment for me because it was just like all over the place.
Yeah.
It didn't have any concrete point that it was going for.
They were trying to do a lot of the stuff the original did, and I saw the original in theaters. So I saw it as a little kid. I think it was in 6th grade. I saw it in theaters, the original Jurassic, and I thought it was so cool. So I had maybe too high expectations because I remembered my original theater going experience as a kid. Right? It just disappointed. I did not give it a positive score. But anyway, Jacob, we've been talking about this long enough. Let's now move on to another segment we like to call Old School. This is where we talk about any movie at least 10 years old. Real simple, right, Jake?
Yes, it is.
What are you talking about today?
The Lion King, the classic Disney movie. I really like this movie. It was another movie that I watched over and over again as a kid.
Hakuna Matata.
Yes, I love watching this movie, and it has great characters. Great. You get emotionally attached to them. It has great emotion in the movie. It's that scene that makes everyone cry when they first see it. When you see Mufasa die.
Why did Mufasa die?
And then there's the evil Uncle Scar, who's voiced by Jeremy Irons, who we get to see as Alfred in Batman v Superman. It's really interesting watching that trailer and hearing his voice, knowing that he's Scar. It's like, yeah, you evil bastard, Alfred, man. But
I've seen him in so many things that I don't associate with Lion King particularly, because I've seen him in a lot of things, really varied things from kind of god awful stuff like Dungeons and Dragons to really good things like the Elizabeth miniseries with Helen Mirren. So I've seen him in where he's really good to Kingdom of Heaven. So I've seen him in so many roles. He's an actor in a lot of roles. He's one of those older English actors. He did Shakespeare. All that kind of thing. So I don't really associate him with the Lion King like you do. So I didn't actually even know until. At the time, I didn't know that who Scar was. I'm like, who's that guy? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I didn't know it for a while either. But then when I learned that he was Alfred, I was like, oh man, that's gonna be weird watching that movie. But I do really like The Lion King. It's one of the movies that I grew up with, and when I watch it now, it just has so much nostalgia for me. Like a lot of Disney movies do, but this one in particular, this is a movie for some reason it stuck with a lot of people. This is a lot of people's number one animated movie of all time, just because they grew up with it and saw it and was like, and then they continued to watch it as they got older. It's all like a Toy Story, which came out the same year, I think.
Yeah, a similar time. Yeah. Within the same year, within a few years.
And it's crazy to think that this movie is as old as I am. It's 21 years old.
Wow.
It's crazy. It makes me feel old, even though I probably wasn't even born when the movie came out. But it's just so insane to think that movie's that old. And when I watch it now, it kind of brings me back to that time when I saw the movie. And but it's probably one of the first movies that I actually saw. I know the first movie that I saw in theaters was actually Mulan. And it's weird. I don't have any nostalgia for that movie.
I never saw Mulan.
It's a great movie, even though I don't have any nostalgia for it. But
I don't remember the first movie I saw in theaters.
Yeah. But if you haven't seen The Lion King, definitely go watch it because it not only is it a great movie for nostalgic purposes, but it's just a great movie overall. Did you remember the first time you saw Lion King, even?
No, I don't remember the first time I see it. I'm thinking I saw it in theaters, but I actually don't know if I did or not. This is also, The Lion King is also the height, the pinnacle of Disney's animated, hand-drawn animated days.
Yes.
After The Lion King came out, it was shortly there, Toy Story, like you said, came out around the same time, and that's where that shift started happening, where hand-drawn animation started going down, and the computer and CGI started going up.
Yeah.
And nowadays, hand-drawn animation is almost a dead art.
Yeah.
I mean, they still make movies, Japan especially, still does hand-drawn animation, but it's not the number one thing. What you see now is CGI is dominant. But at that time, Disney was on top. They had Little Mermaid, they had Aladdin, the Beauty and the Beast, and then after The Lion King, they had Hunchback of Notre Dame, which I also really liked.
Yeah.
And then after Hunchback of Notre Dame, that's when they started kind of going downhill. They had Hercules, and it wasn't quite as good. And Pixar started going on the rise, and like Pixar overtook Disney. Another thing I liked about this movie, though, a lot, is when I was a kid, I always hated on the cartoons that mix animals and people. I'm like, why do they just have animals? Why can't they just all be animals? I don't get it. And Lion King didn't have any people in it. It was all animals, and I loved it.
Yeah, and in this movie, following in true Disney fashion, it did have great music.
Oh yeah, fantastic soundtrack. So many people know the soundtrack. Everyone knows Akuma Matata. Lots of great music.
Yeah. Have you seen Tarzan, the original animated movie?
Nope.
If you had, I probably would have put that in the section for today because I love the soundtrack for the movie. Phil Collins did the entire soundtrack, and I love Phil Collins, man. I can listen to the soundtrack.
Phil Collins.
Yeah, but like I said, great music, great characters, great story. I love
great
that.
animation. It's also the height of that hand-drawn animation style. It's like really good. Like
during the mid-90s, like it was 2D animation and then 3D animation. They kind of clashed for a second, and then just went in completely different directions.
Yes.
So, I do really like this movie. I would say definitely go watch it. I haven't seen it just because it's a Disney classic.
It is a Disney classic, Jacob, but sadly we've now come to the end of Geeks of the Movies today. I have to hold back the tears, but you can get more great Geeks of the Movies content on our YouTube channel, on Facebook. Just do Geeks of the Movies. Put it in quotes to make sure you get to our channel. What's the Twitter thing?
We're at Twitter. We're at Geeks at the Movie. Cut out the S. On Facebook, Geeks at the Movies. You can also email us at... What's your email?
geeksatthemovies.ct@gmail.com. Yes. It's been great fun today, folks. My name is Shane Goodrich. This is
Jacob Does the Tales.
And we've been Geeks of the Movies. Oh, you're very sleepy. Alright. You like being the mascot? Yeah, you like being Geeks of the Movies mascot. Look how pleasing you are. He's a little. Say hi to everyone. Come on, say hi.